Hey guys, this is Clownfish Gaming, this is Neon, and this is kind of surprising, but not really. We're going to talk about Crunchyroll and how they are following in the footsteps of Netflix, and they're going to be offering video games on top of anime. Is that really a smart business plan? I mean, we know that Netflix's video game endeavors have been a pretty big failure. And didn't Amazon do something too? They tried to stream games and that didn't work out. And Google had Stadia and that didn't work out very well for them. But Crunchyroll, they're going to do it. They're going to do it better. Because all these companies, they're not comfortable just being a streaming platform. No. They got to be everything to everybody. They got to own you. They got to own, in the case of Crunchyroll, they have to own the Western anime market. And they've been pretty successful at that. They bought Right Stuff, and then they're basically shutting it down. They gobbled up Funimation. They've been gobbling up competitors, and now they're going to push video games too. So good luck with that, I guess, because most of your audience already knows where to buy games. It's usually Steam or the Nintendo eShop for Japanese style games, anime style games, and even that being said, we're talking about River City Girls, which isn't really a Japanese game. It does have a Japanese art style, but you know what I'm saying. I think it's Western developed. We're going to talk about this. If you haven't given us a sub yet, please consider doing so. We do have video game news and video game. Yeah, we play video games on the damn channel. We've also played River City Girls on the channel. It's a lot of fun. Geeky doesn't play these kind of games very often, but I got her mashing some buttons and she played it. So go out and find that video. It's a lot of fun. Let's talk about this. It's coming from VG 24/7. Crunchyroll follows in Netflix's footsteps, offering games on top of anime. The next Netflix of games. And we're going to talk about that because Netflix doesn't know what it's doing when it comes to video games, guys. Crunchyroll, the anime streaming service, announced yesterday it will now be offering games at certain subscription tiers. Over on the website, the Crunchyroll Game Vault is a newly opened library of games you can play, added on top of all the anime you can watch through the service. The Game Vault won't be available to all members, though, as it starts at the Mega Fan tier, which costs $9.99 US a month, and is also available in the US through the US only subscription tier of the Ultimate Fan, which is $14.99 a month. This is confusing. There are too many tiers. Just Crunchyroll and Crunchyroll Plus Ultra is what they should have. According to Crunchyroll, the Game Vault will be a constantly growing library of mobile games and is already available on Android with, oh God, this is just like Netflix, with iOS devices getting it very soon in more than 200 countries, all playable with no ads and no in-app purchases. But if you cancel your subscription, you're not going to get to play these games anymore. To start, the service will include River City Girls, Wolfstride, and Bento, Captain Velvet, and Behind the Frame. So a nice little selection of indie games. River City Girls is good. I haven't played the other ones. Quite clearly, they're also leaning more toward those anime vibes. As well, they're not all Japanese developed. They're clearly inspired by Japanese media in some shape or form. Why don't you get some like really racy, raunchy games? Get some racy, raunchy games there, Crunchyroll, and you'll get lots of people. I guarantee it. Get the lewdest, dirtiest Japanese games you can find, the furriest Japanese games you can find, and I guarantee you'll get a whole bunch of subs. Should also be noted that in a press release, Crunchyroll said that some of our features will be released incrementally to ensure stability. Not all users may receive all Crunchyroll Game Vault updates and access to Crunchyroll Game Vault titles simultaneously. So if you're a subscriber at the relevant tier and can't access the Game Vault, give it a bit more time. There's like 5 games, or you could buy them, pretty cheap. Gaming is quite clearly a market film and TV streaming services want to crack, as Netflix has obviously been attempting to do the exact same thing as Crunchyroll has for the past couple of years. There are even some really good games on there. While the figure is a year old, it was reported last year that less than 1% of Netflix subscribers play the games daily. So it'll be interesting to see how much success Crunchyroll actually has. Yeah, or you could just buy River City Girls. Just buy it. This is weird. Are they really that hard up for cash? Because they're jacking up their subscription tiers. They shut down one of their offices in San Francisco. And they shut down Right Stuff too. So what's going on? What's going on over there at Crunchyroll? I'm really curious. There's definitely some cost cutting or panic or something, because this is not a move that I would have done. I mean, I think I would have maybe partnered, and I think they had, well, maybe it was Rooster. I was thinking of Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth had some games. They had like some mobile games and stuff that they had done based on Ruby, and I could see them doing some Crunchyroll branded games, or, co-producing and co-developing games or something like that. But just like streaming other indie Japanese adjacent games, that's kind of dumb, isn't it? I mean, I guess if you're trying to lure people over to a higher tier and the games are already done, but it doesn't seem like much of a value add, especially since this stuff is pretty old. I mean, River City Girls 1 came out like, God, what, 5 years ago? It's been a while. So here, CNBC. Netflix aims to crawl, walk, run when it comes to video games. It's still crawling. Yeah, they failed at this. Netflix is just not good at video games. You be the best Netflix you can be. You be the best Crunchyroll you can be. You do not need to get into video games. Netflix co-CEO Greg Peters said the streaming giant is taking a crawl, walk, run approach to its lesser-known push into gaming. Less than 1% of all Netflix subscribers play a Netflix game on a daily basis, even as the choices have more than tripled in the last year. Netflix is doubling down on efforts with plans to adapt more hit series into games, including an iteration of Grand Theft Auto. We're going to talk about that. Grand Theft Auto just on Netflix. It's been nearly 2 years since they announced its foray into gaming. Yet as Netflix has more than tripled its games library from 24 to 77 games in the last year, subscribers have largely shrugged their shoulders. Most people don't know it exists. It's all part of the plan, according to Netflix. No, it's not. No, it's not. You're like Pee Wee Herman doing a roll after you crash your bike and saying you meant to do that. You did not mean to crash your bike, Netflix. Nobody, they have press releases and everything. Like, hey, everybody, Netflix is getting into video games. Well, isn't that great? Just like Google and everybody else. Amazon. We're all getting into video games. And it's not working for you. This is like back in the early 80s with Atari, and you had freaking Purina and Kool-Aid making video games. Everybody had a freaking video game back in the 80s, and that's the same thing. It's like, oh, we're going to do Netflix and Crunchyroll video games. This trajectory is not dissimilar from what we've seen before, said the co-CEO Greg Peters. When we've launched in a new region, when we've launched new genres like unscripted, we had to crawl, walk, and run, but we see tremendous amount of opportunity to build long-term center value of entertainment. Netflix is pushing the gaming as part of a larger effort to plant seeds for the future revenue streams to offset a potentially saturated subscriber environment. So basically what's going on is everybody who wants Netflix, everybody who wants Crunchyroll is willing to pay for Netflix and Crunchyroll. They've already paid for it. So what do you do? Oh, we have to raise our prices. Okay, well, you can't raise your prices too much because people will cancel their service. Well, what else can we do? Oh, we can give them more stuff, and that'll convince them to spend more money. So we'll give them some of these old mobile games, and they're sort of Japanese-ish, right? The eyes are big. That's all anime is. We'll give them some old mobile games to play, and that'll justify another $5 a month from all these people. Or you could just buy the game probably for like $5 or $10. You know what I'm saying? It's like a couple of months of paying more, and you can buy all those titles. I don't get it. I said other ways they're going to try to make more money at Netflix: sports and retail. So Crunchyroll mall stores if they don't have them already. Netflix announced it was taking gaming seriously in 2021, rolling out titles as standalone apps for mobile phones. They said the gamers are a strategy to keep subscribers engaged in between seasons of their favorite shows, such as Stranger Things, which has been adapted into 2 games. Here's another plug for another game. We actually played the Stranger Things mobile game, I think we got the Steam version years ago on the main Clownfish channel with Squid King when he was like 11 or 12 years old. It's out there somewhere. Since 2021, the company has brought in several big names in the gaming space, including the former EA mobile gaming exec Mike Verdu, joined in 2021. Joseph Staten, who was the creative chief for Microsoft's Halo Infinite game, That did so well. He was joining Netflix as the creative director for brand new AAA multi-platform games and original IPs. Talk about putting the cart before the horse. Less than 1% of your subscribers are playing your mobile games, and you're going to bring these guys in to guy from Halo Infinite. You're going to bring him in to do AAA multi-platform. Okay, whatever. Getting existing subscribers to download and play mobile games is a challenge, though. More than 3/4 of all streaming service subscribers are utilized on, or subscriptions are utilized on television screens. This presents an obstacle for Netflix in marketing mobile games. Why don't you try to stream console games or something? I mean, freaking, God, smart TVs had built-in games. You could do that. Something, I don't know. They don't use Netflix on their phones, so they're not playing these games. You didn't think this through very well, did you? Because if it were me, and I knew that most of my subscribers watched the service on a television set, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna put our games on like Roku or something, and you can play them on the TV, and then we're gonna make it a seamless transition from the Netflix app to the whatever game you want to play, and maybe you can only play those games if you've got the Netflix subscription. You know what I'm saying? That would have made a lot more sense. But no. Let's put them on let's put them on phones where nobody's really watching Netflix anyway. These numbers imply that less than 1% of Netflix's 247 million subs play games on a daily basis, even as the game library has tripled. They're mobile games. There's like freaking 50,000 crappy mobile games that come out every day in the Apple Store, in the iTunes Store. Other mobile gaming publishers far outpace Netflix in downloads. Since the inception of Netflix's first gaming offering, Gardenscape publisher Playrix had 531 million downloads. Candy Crush maker King had 438 million downloads. All right. And Clash of Clans Supercell had 388 million downloads, according to Apptopia. And they had, what'd they have? Netflix, they have new games. Average daily users peaked at 2.7 million in January, but dipped below 2 million in March and July. So 1 to 2 million daily users, and these guys got like 504. Oh my God, this is sad. With interest lacking in mobile games, Netflix has begun testing new games that can be played on any device. There we go, Netflix. Their vice president of games, Mike Verdu, said in an August post, the beta rollout to limited users in Canada and the UK included Oxenfree from Night School Studio, a Netflix game studio, and Molehew's Mining Adventure, a gem mining arcade game. Is that a AAA title? Games played on a TV will require players to use a mobile phone as a controller. No, that's another, no. Just come up with a Netflix box or something. Do an Apple TV and just be like, hey, here's the Netflix box, and we've got a bunch of games on it. Just do that. All right, deep breath. Peter said earlier this year, gaming was following a trajectory that we have seen before with new content categories. No, you're failing. You're failing. Netflix, you're failing, and Crunchyroll, you're going to fail too. I can't read anymore. The bandwidth and the servers are handicapping the gamers. We can't stream multiplayer hardcore games yet, so it's just more Candy Crush Saga knockoffs. Yeah, whatever. Look, guys, stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. If you want to be a game developer, Netflix, then you start a game studio and you make games for PC and console, whatever, and it's Netflix, game studio, which you can do. Warner Brothers does it, right? We just did a video on Warner Brothers. But this whole thing where it's like, we're going to make a bunch of crappy mobile games for our subscribers, it's not going to work. I don't see it working. And it's been 2 years and less than 1% of Netflix subscribers even are aware that Netflix has games. And I think the same thing is going to happen with Crunchyroll, right? I just don't think it's going to work. It's just not going to work, guys. And gamers are very hard to bullshit. So I'm just saying, just stay in your lane. Gonna wrap it up. We'll talk later. Thanks for watching. If you like this content and want to see more, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And check out more videos on the channel, including Let's Plays in art and animation videos here on Clownfish Gaming.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run, 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 run. Oh, you got splatted. Oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss, not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
Better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should like really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.